A quiet resupply run ignites a new flashpoint. Manila reports jammed communications. Beijing calls it fiction. Two narratives collide at a contested shoal under rising patrols. Tonight, we break down the signals, counter-signals, and what's really at stake. Philippine officials say their forces encountered communications interference from Chinese vessels during a recent resupply mission to the grounded BRP Sierra Madre at Second Thomas Shoal. The claim, shared with the Associated Press by two senior Philippine officials, alleges that Chinese Coast Guard ships obstructed communications for several hours as food, fuel, and new personnel were transported to the outpost. China rejects the accusation outright. A Chinese military source, speaking to the Global Times, called the allegations fabricated and designed to inflame regional tensions. Analysts in Beijing also dismissed the reported interference. Yang Xiao of the China Institutes of Contemporary International Relations attributed the incident to Manila's desire to shape international opinion while avoiding direct confrontation.
The Philippine side's accusations are evasive. It is obvious that they intended to stir up trouble but failed, so they resorted to fabricating claims in order to forcefully create a hot topic and draw attention.
Chinese experts note that a temporary arrangement has allowed recent resupply missions to proceed under inspection, provided that no sensitive materials are transported. Beijing argues that this framework has largely worked and that disinformation, not interference, is driving the latest dispute. The Philippines maintains that its supply run on Friday took place without incident, even as Chinese ships monitored from a distance. Officials said the Chinese Coast Guard likely acted to prevent potential drone surveillance by the United States and other partners that support the Philippines' position on maritime law. Manila has completed a dozen rotations and resupply missions since last year under a fragile non-aggression understanding reached in mid-2024. But tensions have persisted. China expanded its presence around the shoal in August, deploying additional Coast Guard vessels, suspected militia ships, and surveillance assets. Philippine forces reported that a Chinese vessel approached within 50 meters of the Sierra Madre, prompting Filipino boats to block its path. Chinese analysts argue that Manila is amplifying routine interactions to construct a broader narrative of coercion. Chen Xiangmiao of the National Institute for South China Sea Studies attributed the jamming claims to exaggeration rooted in political messaging. He said there would be no strategic reason to interfere with a chartered civilian vessel conducting a humanitarian supply run.
After this incident, based on humanitarian considerations, China reached a consensus with the Philippines that as long as the Philippines provides prior notification, accepts Chinese inspection, and ensures that no other sensitive materials are being transported, China will tacitly allow the resupply activities. To date, this mechanism has operated smoothly under Chinese supervision.
For Beijing, the dispute underscores what it describes as rising provocations and shifting expectations. For Manila, it highlights the risks faced by personnel stationed aboard a deteriorating ship in contested waters. As both sides trade accusations, the Second Thomas Shoal remains a focal point of a long-running standoff where every claim and every denial adds another layer to an already complex dispute.